Hi, everybody. This is Adam Elenbaas from Nightlight Astrology, and these are your sun and rising sign horoscopes for the month of September 2019. And today, in this one, we're looking at Leo. So let's go ahead, pop it open. And you can see that the major action for the month of September is all in your second house, which is the place of money and resources. It's what you're in possession of. It's also what goes out from you, as in expenditures. So a lot of emphasis this month on income and expenditures, on business, finances, a lot of earthy energy in Virgo. The good news here is the potential for productivity. Now, Virgo is a sign, of course, that often will entail skill, attention to detail, meticulousness, efficiency. It can be a little obsessive or critical at times. That's the kind of Mercury element. And there is a cazimi at the beginning of the month, Mars-Sun conjunction, Mars at the heart of the sun in the second house, that should also greatly empower and give you just a sense of force, vigor, determination. So potential to be a very productive month, but also one where, the idea of being more practical, detail-oriented, meticulous, efficient, and maybe there's a critical edge to it, could be a part of it, could be a part of the month ahead. So watch for that. Now, the big news of the month is really that not just this Virgo energy, but the fact that this Virgo stellium is also moving through a T-square to Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius and Neptune in the sign of Pisces, both Jupiter-ruled signs in your 5th and 8th houses. These are succedent houses. So with a T-square happening in succedent houses, what you're looking at right now is cultivating something that in time will bear fruit. The reason for this is that all succedent houses are moving to angular houses where they manifest in time. 2nd moves to 1st, 8th moves to 7th, and 5th moves to 4th. So right now, the idea of not of harvesting something, but of cultivating something that will reach a harvesting moment soon, or sometimes, in the more distant future, but you're working on something that you're hoping will bear fruit in time. So for example, with Jupiter and Neptune in the 5th and the 8th, you have this idea of the potential good fortune that comes to you through other people right now. The 5th house is a traditional house of good fortune, joy, happiness, and the 8th house is a place of debts, and as in people that karmically owe you something, in which case you may receive something from other people, or you may owe somebody something. So right now, this idea of karmic debts, for better or worse, receiving things from others, owing things to others, and the karma around that, but also connected to Jupiter, good fortune and abundance in the 5th house of good fortune, joy. Okay, so if you've been doing anything excessively, you want to watch out for a karma related to excessiveness, taking advantage of others, or just going to extremes for the sake of personal self-indulgence. That could come around to bite you this month, especially probably in terms of either your health, your physical health, or potentially with your pocketbook. So that's the idea with so many planets in Virgo in the 2nd house, with a T-square to Jupiter and Neptune in the 5th and the 8th. Now, best case scenario, I think what you're looking at is the potential for there to be a lot of support that comes in right now, or things that you're working on that in time are going to bear fruit. You're thinking about the future and plotting away, cultivating something or maintaining something that has been giving you something good, that needs to continue doing something good for you, but you need to make some adjustments. So think about those things as the month goes on. Now, between the 3rd and the 5th of the month, you're going to see a little transit, very brief, but it's powerful, and that is between Venus in Virgo and Neptune in Pisces, right? A little romantic window in the beginning of the month. You want to be careful of not getting sort of swept up by this kind of otherworldly longing that Venus and Neptune can produce. But otherwise, and watch for issues around boundaries in relationships. Otherwise, this could be a very, romantic, inspiring, kind of sensual and otherworldly, exotic energy at the very start of the month for Leos. Now we go forward a bit more, and between the 8th and the 12th, you're going to see these planets in Virgo, Mars and the Sun starting to hit the square to Jupiter. This could be both productive and very beneficial, hardworking and lucky, creative, joyful, but also productive and detail-oriented. I also like this as a time of, again, investing in something, but be careful that you don't underestimate your own productivity, your own worth. Could be a little bit like boastful, arrogant, or overestimating something around this time as well. So now we go a little bit further into the month. On the 14th, it's a full moon in Pisces in your 8th house, really emphasizing again the theme of debts. Things that other people that are coming to you through other people in this lifetime versus things that are going out from you to other people because you owe them in some way karmically. And you can that's a pretty vast range of subjects, but it'll be pretty intense with Moon Neptune around the 14th. So there is this it's a kind of otherworldly energy. Going to be careful around boundaries too. Using and being used, definitely a possibility with that one. Boundaries, the issue of what's mine, what's yours, what's shared. These kinds of topics can become pronounced with the 8th house highlighted. Now, when we go forward to throughout the same time frame, 13th to the 15th, the other thing that I find really interesting is look at how Venus and Mercury are getting together in Libra. Right around the 15th. It actually starts on the 13th in Virgo, goes all the way into the 15th when they both move into Libra. This is a nice energy in terms of making agreements, learning something. You have the mind in the 3rd house with Mercury emphasized. Venus, pleasing, beautiful, harmonizing, friendly, likable. So a really nice energy for fixing things, solving things, mending broken relationships, or finding diplomatic solutions to problems, finding agreement, signing a contract. It has a nice little energy behind it. So I like that between the 13th and the 15th. Now, when we go forward, basically towards the end of the month, you go into a totally different kind of energy. And that is when the Sun crosses the gateway of the fall equinox, moves into Libra. And then you see a sequence of squares from Venus and Mercury to Saturn and Pluto between the 25th, around the 25th, 26th. There's a new moon in Libra on the 28th. So all of a sudden, you're just zoning in on the Libra Capricorn dynamic. And this is I'm calling it a karmic balancing moment, meaning there's the scales, if they've been tipped in one direction, are going to go in the opposite direction, or by compensating in another direction, we create some kind of balance or harmony. But it's one that is necessary, hard, difficult, not easy, frustrating, requires a lot of hard work or effort. It's a little bit of a moment of balancing out that we probably had coming. It's something that maybe we've even been avoiding, but it's necessary. Saturn can't avoid it. It's the death and rebirth. It has to happen, even if it's a small, kind of little mini event. Pluto is there, right? South Node, letting go of something, detachment from something, and the balancing again of Libra. Now, the good thing is Venus is there, so there should be balance and beauty, and there should be some charm in the air around this. But you're looking at having to maybe make some difficult decisions or just obligations that you're bound to, and you're going to have to just kind of bite your lip and get through it. But think about this in terms of duty and balance, maturity, respect, and harmony. These kinds of thoughts will lift you up and help you move through any potentially challenging moments that might come up towards the end of the month. And again, this could be a lot of earth in the air, very productive month overall. So that's what I've got for you, Leos. I hope that you have a very good month of September. Please let me know how it goes. If you like this video, click it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. That way new people can find the channel. I've just learned that this actually helps with an algorithm that YouTube has. So if you like it, you can help other people find it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.